Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of Varsity Aces Live, special National Signing Day edition here, February 3rd, 2021. My name is Darren Cooper. I'm NorthJersey.com local sports columnist, and we tried to bring as many of the best North Jersey football players on our show tonight who signed, made big decisions, made big commitments today. And so I am thrilled we have a big panel of guests. Tonight we have DePaul senior quarterback Andrew Butler, who committed to Boston College. That's TJ McCormack wearing the Maris red. Pop the colors, brother. Pop the colors, TJ. And from Bogota, we've got Bucks coach Brian Appleton and Ashanti Caviness. Ashanti headed to, there he's popping the colors too, Monmouth. And we're going to spend a little time with all three of you guys. It was great for you to spend a little time with us tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. But I want to start up in DePaul with Mr. Butler, the Spartans quarterback. Andrew, I had a chance to talk to you over, a couple of times this fall, and I was really rooting for you to find a home. And we talked about how hard it was going to be because COVID and no summer. So just how happy are you that you found a home in Boston College?
Yeah, I'm super happy. Like you said, it was a weird year this year. With everything, with all the whole COVID situation going on, but just having an opportunity at the next level, and it's just a fit that I really like, and I love the school. I love the coaches. I have a great relationship with them. So just all in general, I'm super happy to be able to go to Boston College.
So when did Boston College get on your view screen, Andrew?
So I met them early, actually, right after my junior year was when I started getting in contact with them. I've been able to throw live with them. I've been able to visit the campus, watch a game. So I've always been in contact with them. I'd say about a month ago when I got the preferred walk-on, that's probably when I really got into contact with them. I started talking to them more and taking the recruiting more seriously. So I've known them for a while, but I've definitely strengthened the relationship this past month.
All right, Andrew, I know a little bit about you. Did you already get the playbook? Have you started studying the playbook already?
Not yet. Since I just signed, I'm gonna hit up the coaches, but I think they wanted me to wait before giving anything out.
Hey, and now we can play NCAA football with Boston College one of these days, right? And that was the big news yesterday, man. That was great news.
Yeah, definitely, it's awesome. I mean, that game was the best. Everyone played it when they were younger.
Dude, man, I ran the triple option like a fool back in the day, man. It was a lot of fun. Andrew, what other factors kind of led to you making the decision for Boston College?
I mean, there was a few factors. Obviously, the school itself is great academically. And that was really big for me because I wanted to go somewhere where I could get a really good degree as well as play football. So that definitely helped a lot. I know a bunch of people up there at Boston College. We have 3 players from DePaul right now. Vinny DePalma, Blair, and Chris Banks, who just transferred there. So I have people up there that I'm familiar with, a bunch of New Jersey guys in general. So I just think it's the combination of just, it's a beautiful school, great academics. I'm comfortable up there with all the people that I know, and just obviously the great football.
Did you talk to Vinny, by the way? Did you text him?
Yeah, I've been in contact with most of those guys. I'll definitely be in more contact with them now that it's like official, and I'm definitely going there. So yeah, definitely.
All right, remember you're watching Varsity Aces Live. I'm Darren Cooper. We're talking to Andrew Butler, DePaul senior quarterback who committed to Boston College today. It's our National Signing Day special edition. Explain to me a little bit what preferred walk-on means, Andrew.
So basically, you have the spot on the team. It's basically an offer that they're saying they want you to come. They like you. They like what they saw on film, and they want you on the team, but they just don't have the money to offer a scholarship, and they'll still give you the opportunity, which is cool, to work your way to be able to have the opportunity to have a scholarship. But it's just a great opportunity to be able to be a part of the team. Like I said, just work towards that scholarship.
Right, you can earn a scholarship after being a PWO, big time. It happens all the time, and I gotta believe that's your goal, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go in there and just work as hard as I can. I think that's probably the number one goal. As long as along with just competing, doing anything I can to help the team. But that's definitely a big goal for mine to earn the scholarship.
So since the season's ended, Andrew, what have you been working on? What have you been doing with yourself?
So I've been working out, doing speed and doing QB work. Same. So I've been working out about 4 times a week at the gym, doing speed 2 times a week, and throwing about 3 times a week. just work on, overall speed, foot speed, quickness, pocket movement, stuff like that. Obviously trying to get bigger and stronger now that I'm going to college. So definitely looking to put on some size. And QB work, just, in general, work on the mechanics always, mentally working on anything I can learn to help me in the next level and just do everything I can to improve.
When you look back on your high school career, Andrew, any regrets? Are you happy with how things played out?
No, I think I'm happy. Definitely looking back on, you can't change anything. It would be nice. It would. I'm not. I honestly, I've never been asked that question, but thinking back to it, I'm definitely really happy. I got to win a state championship. I got to make bonds with my teammates that I think we're gonna be friends for a lifetime. With the coaches as well. I'll definitely always be in contact with them. I had a lot of fun at DePaul. I'm super comfortable there. I made memories. I think that's the most important thing. I just had fun playing there. It was a good time every single time I was out on the field, whether it was practicing or whether it was in the game. So looking back, there's no regrets. Just, I guess joy would be the word of being able to have the opportunity to play for a team.
Mr. Butler is too shy to mention it. I don't think we have the clip, but his performance in the state championship game as a junior was one of the best I've seen in a long time. His goal line dive, very Drew Brees-like at the end of the first half, was really one of the most special plays of that last season. I want to piggyback off that. Just how important were Coach Campanelli and Coach McKenna in your development, you think, Andrew?
It was huge. Not just, with football, but, also just learning lessons from them. I think they're both great guys on and off the field. And they really invest in, who you are as a person as well as the football aspect. I definitely grew a lot mentally with, learning about the game, whether it's how to read defenses, make checks, identify fronts. Coach Campanelli definitely did an amazing job teaching me that, prepare me for the next level. But they're also always looking out for you. They're looking out for your best interests. They're always checking up on you to see how you're doing. They're just trying to teach you, how to grow as a person as well.
Right, kind of the whole role model thing. Like they were just good guys to emulate. They were passionate about football, and that's what you were. So you kind of found your home there. What are we going to study at Boston College?
I'm thinking pre-med.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's a thing. Yeah, but I can't let you go without asking you two more things. One, I was doing my list of the guys in 2022. DePaul's got some real studs coming up. Mr. Wally, Mr. Price. What was it like to play with them? And, man, they got big futures ahead of them too, don't they, Andrew?
They definitely have big futures. And I think the biggest thing is, they're constantly improving. The difference between their sophomore and their junior year was huge. I think they're continuing to get better right now. It's just, being able to play with some elite guys is probably, the most fun that's been. It's a perfect balance of everyone always working hard, and trying to get better. But it's also, they're also having fun with it and they're enjoying it every single step of the way. They're having fun with every single person that's out on the field. So they definitely have bright futures ahead of them. I'm excited to see, what they do next season, what they do, in college with their future. So it's definitely exciting.
Hey, you might see them somewhere down the road, maybe at Chestnut Hill. You never know, right?
Yeah, definitely a possibility.
Andrew, my last thing for you, I like asking kids who get this chance on National Signing Day. There's so many high school football players in this country, so many young football players in the country. How privileged, how lucky. You reflect it all on the hard work that you're one of the lucky ones who gets to play college football. Has that hit you? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, definitely. I have been thinking about, especially talking with my parents, how much they've helped me and supported me. My whole family, honestly, with the siblings, the teammates. It is a big accomplishment because I think everyone as a kid dreams of playing college football. Sure. It's definitely something they always want to do. They always work towards it. So, just knowing that, working hard and trying to become, the best person, best player that I could be, having the support staff around me, just being able to accomplish a goal of playing college football is huge to me.
And Andrew, I'm so happy for you. I mean that 100%. Give your family my best. Give Coach Campanelli my best. Coach McKenna my best. Congratulations, Andrew. Have fun at Boston College.
David, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. That was Andrew Butler, who's going to be preferred walk-on over at Boston College. My second guest here on Varsity Aces Live, our National Signing Day schedule, the son of a coach, one and only TJ McCormack from Lakeland Regional High School. He's headed to Marist. TJ, are you with me, my friend?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Hey, TJ, it's good to see you. So from red to red, right? It's pretty easy. From Lakeland to Marist, it's pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
So what was your recruiting process like, TJ?
Well, I mean, with COVID and stuff, right after my junior season, I started to get into, the recruiting process. I was kind of new to it. I was pretty new to it, actually. I had a cousin that went through it. And when quarantine really hit, that's when I went through. I made an email. I sent out probably over 1,000 emails to different colleges spread across the East Coast. And, a few finally started to pick up. One of the first few were Robert Morris and Ithaca. And I've been in contact with them. Robert Morris offered me. Ithaca offered me. And Marist finally came into the picture probably 2 weeks after this past season. And I was offered probably about a month after my senior season ended. And I didn't really know much about Marist and really looked into it. And it's only beneficial for me in the future.
So good things come to those who wait, huh, TJ?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had a lot of different schools reach out to me from the D3s to the D1s. I mean, I've had Bryant, West Point, Harvard. I've had all the D3s from TC&J all over.
How'd you get started playing football, TJ?
Oh, well, I started when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, as Coach Mack says all the time.
As he does.
Yeah, and I started out in Wanakee Warriors, and I was the youngest kid on the squad, kindergarten, and I just kept playing from there, and I fell in love very quick. And it's a game that you can hit someone without getting in trouble, and you learn a lot playing football. You become a better man, you become a better student, you become a better football player all around. And this game it's treated me pretty well so far, I would say.
Tell my audience, how big and strong are you right now, TJ?
Currently 6'2", 235.
What did they see at Marist? Where do they think where you can play anywhere? Where do they see you?
So they want me as a stand-up DN / outside linebacker who can drop in coverage, cover the back outs, and also rush the quarterback at the same time.
So a guy who can play in space and move around stuff.
Yeah, they see me as a very versatile player, and I think I'm going to gain some weight when I'm there with all the weight training and go down to a 3-tech.
Really?
Yeah, with the way my body's been changing and stuff, lifting wise, getting after it more. Winter track season and spring track season's coming up, so I've been bumping up the weights a lot. I'm going for an all county and shot, disc, and jab this year. So,
what was it like to grow up in a house where dad is a football coach?
Well, I had, you could say, older brothers, going as a 10-year-old to the games. They all patted me on the back. I was water boy, ball. My freshman year, I didn't sit in the stands once. I was the ball boy because I just wanted to be on the field. I was ready for sophomore year. It definitely changed because, you got to be top of your game. And sometimes it's hard going from a player to a son and a coach to a father. And, I think it benefited me for the best. Always having someone nipping at my back end and making me work harder.
Was he hard on you?
Harder than he was harder on me, and he was harder than anyone else on the team. I mean, he didn't treat me no different than anyone else. But I had the constant. You're the coach's son. Make a name for yourself. So I had to prove myself a little bit. I didn't allow all the noise to affect me, but it definitely was a beneficial experience.
TJ, how much fun did you have playing high school football?
Oh, I had so much fun. I made so many memories, new friends. I've learned tons of life lessons. How to attempt to overtake adversity, just different problems in life. It was probably the best experience of my life, and I'm very excited to go on to play the next level.
Did you beat West Milford?
Of course. Well, senior year we did. Yes.
Well, that's a big deal for any Lakeland kid.
Oh yeah.
I asked Andrew, and he thought it was a good question, so I'm going to ask you: any regrets, any disappointments?
I had no disappointments, no regrets, nothing. Especially this COVID season. That's what we're calling it around here, the COVID season.
COVID football.
I personally learned how to become a better leader, a better football player, a better student.
Okay.
And because we were doing captain's practices, no contact with coaches, and myself with the 4 other captains, Troy Hernandez, Sean Mena, and Todd Geyer, we were out there at our baseball field trying to come up with different stretches and workouts that are socially distanced, safe, and effective at the same time. On top of that, we were handling 55 to 65 different kids that are new to the program, don't know where they're going to be this year, and kids that are thirsty to play. They were hungry to play this year, and it was tough mid-season. It was a long season. We had to.
Y'all had to sit down. Y'all had to sit for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, well we did that, and there was a time that we went from a spread offense. We had to face a spread offense to a veer option, to even a wing tee in 1 week, and it's hard to, especially with if you lose 1 or 2 games back to back, and you're so far in, it's getting cold out. As the captain, I had to be on my A game all the time, especially at practice, to motivate these kids to keep going, playing hard, and that's what they did. We came out with our last game against West Milford, and we had a pretty good win.
If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, West Milford Lakeland might be the second best public school rivalry in North Jersey. It is right up there. It is a lot of fun. I know the crowd was down this year. I don't want to bring up what happened junior year, TJ, but that was a overtime. They got beat. Sorry. But that place was a madhouse. I mean, it really is like family versus family when West Milford plays Lakeland. What do we want to study in Marist?
Currently, I'm undecided, but I'm really looking at their focus program, which is gonna be able for me to find my niche and maybe go down the business or even the education route. It should be pretty cool to discover different ways and new jobs that I can possibly pursue.
All right. Well, listen. The obvious question though is, are you going to be a football coach, TJ?
Oh, well, that's I don't know. I'm not sure yet. If I pursue the education route, there's nothing else to do besides go back to the game that I grew up and loved, and the game that built me. So.
And where is Coach Mack tonight? Is he watching film?
No, he's right here making sure. Want to make you,
Coach Mack, come on and say hello. Coach Mack, come on here and say hello.
All
Mack,
right,
it's good to see you.
Coach Cooper, I was going to give him a wristband to have some quotes on there of what to say and how to say it and things like that. So always prepare.
Coach Mack, you must be just over the moon, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. And you know what? Been coaching 23 years. I coach him. I coach my younger son, coach in town, and now I get to go to Marist and the den, and I get to run the tailgate. That's my job, is to make sure I run the tailgate and not the X's and O's. And I did ask the coaches if I can get on the sidelines once in a while. That didn't go over too well.
But
I'm just excited. No. I just want to go to games and watch Marist and get all the gear, So I have enough red gear already, but and the other coaches are so excited too. All the other football coaches, they're already planning out the tailgates and what we got to bring. And apparently I have to host every one. That's what they said. So
I think you do. Yeah. I think I read that. Yeah, I think I read that.
So we're excited.
Coach Mack, it's great to see you. I got one more question for TJ. Congratulations to you as father and coach. TJ, you played football for a long time, right? Knee high to a grasshopper.
Yes,
to have
sir.
the opportunity to play college football, it has to be a real thrill, right?
Oh, it's been a dream of mine since day one. I was watching Rutgers, Notre Dame, all these big schools when I was younger, and it's one of the motivations for me to get up. I get up twice a week at 5:30 to go work out with a trainer at Parisi Speed School with Coach Brandon Wood. Normal people don't do that. I do that. I'm very motivated. Football is my go-to. I've always turned to it to solve my problems, figure out things. And to play at the next level. It's a dream. It's a dream come true.
Hey TJ, it was great spending some time with you and Dad / Coach here tonight. Good luck at Marist, and I'll be at the tailgate party. Tell Dad to invite me. I'm coming.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's TJ McCormack from Lakeland Regional High School. He signed with Marist today. And our last couple of guests here on Varsity Aces Live, we got a real special situation here. Bogota senior Ashanti Caviness, quarterback, tight end, outstanding athlete. The reason why we had to do the show tonight at 7:30 was because he was playing basketball tonight. I am thrilled to have Ashanti joining me along with Bogota coach Brian Appleton. Brian, how are you doing tonight?
Good, Darren. Thank you for having us. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much, Brian. Let us know if the wife goes into labor. If you need to go anytime soon, it'll be fun.
She'll be fine. Well, we can get through this for now.
All right. And Ashanti, how are you doing tonight? How was the basketball game?
I'm good. I'm just glad to be here. The game went well. We won by around 40, something like that.
Did you play some defense? Was Coach Mahoney happy?
He's always gonna yell, but I think he was pretty happy today.
I'm so glad to have some time with both of you. My name's Darren Cooper. I'm the high school sports columnist on NorthJersey.com. I am LSU class of 1992. We didn't have any signing day or anything when I was around. But Ashanti, tell me your football story. How'd you get started playing football?
I actually started because of my dad. It started around 5th grade. Me and my brother went to try out on the rec team. So at first, me and both of us were just basketball players, so we didn't really understand how football was at all. Actually, we never watched it or anything. So, 5th grade, I was pretty bad at it, so that's why I didn't enjoy it. But I decided to come back again 6th grade, and that's when I started to learn. I had 2 great coaches during that time. Their names was Coach Rodney and Coach Ray.
Yeah.
So they really taught me the game and taught me how to play physical, and that's what made me love the game so far.
So, Coach Appleton, tell me what you thought the first time you saw him play.
First time I saw him play was on film. I heard all the hype. I heard everything. I was living in Florida at the time. I came up, and everyone's telling me what kid I got to meet, who do I got to start talking to. And right away, they circled this sophomore Ashanti Caviness, and I brought him into the office, had a plan for him at tight end, started drawing some stuff up with him, and was very, very excited to know that I had this kid for the next 3 years. And the kid that I had in that office 3 years ago, and to what he is now, the growth that he took over, and the maturity that grew from him. So proud of him and of how far he's come since that day.
Ashanti, can you believe you're here, though? Can you believe you're going to play college football?
It's honestly a dream come true. Before 2 years ago, I didn't see myself in this position at all, but mostly because of my academics, because freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't too focused on the books, but with Coach App's coaching and everything, he really drilled education into my head. So junior through senior year, I've been really focusing on that. And it's made me a better student, a better athlete, and a better friend.
Ashanti, what was the recruiting process like? What schools? When did Monmouth first maybe make contact with you?
Monmouth made contact with me after my sophomore season.
Did they really?
I went to one of their camps, and they seen me and they pulled me aside for a private workout, and they really liked what I could do, and they felt as if they could see me at the tight end spot. They were showing me film from their recent tight ends and showing me I could do this and that, and so yeah.
What was it like to shift from tight end to quarterback?
Tight end, it wasn't very difficult because I see myself as a very athletic player. I like to have the ball in my hands at all times anyway. But my teammates actually stepped up, and they played a big role with that, helping me out, blocking, just doing the right things and following after me, because I always tried to do the best things, because I knew I was in that leader role.
Hey, Coach App, this has been quite a journey for Ashanti. You have to be really thrilled right now. You know, but let's talk about him off the field first, before we talk about what you do on the field.
Yes, like I said, very proud of Ashanti. He started to excel in the 3 areas that we really like to focus on: the classroom, the weight room, and the field. We knew he had the field down, and he really started to listen to what myself, his other coaches, other people in the school, and frankly, the college coaches that came in. All the college coaches would always say, hey, Ashanti, you got to hit the classroom hard and hit the weight room hard. And that's exactly what he did. And this is where we're at now. For a small school, a kid like Bogota, or from a town like Bogota, and what he did, like I said, very, very proud of him and how far he's come. And he really, really began to put those blinders on it and focus on what was very important to him. And it was getting his grades up, hitting the weight room, and it paid off for him big time.
I think Mr. Batura has in his story today on his signing that Dan Sabella is maybe the last, one of the last Bogota big stars, and he went to Monmouth too. He had a pretty good career. I don't know where that Sabella guy is now, though. Is he anywhere around? Is he nearby? Do we know where he is?
Might have heard from him. Last I heard, he was at some parochial in town.
I think so. Talking, of course, about Dan Sabella, the head coach at Tom Bosco Prep. Ashanti, what are we going to study now that we've turned the corner? What do you think you're going to study?
Currently, I'm undecided, but I feel like I could see myself in a business and something with business in it. Maybe like sports management, something like that.
And then, same question I ended with the other two guys. We talk about how many kids don't get the opportunity to play college football. You're a basketball player too, but man, you're one of the ones, man. You're one of the lucky ones. You're going to get a chance to play. Has that sunk in? Was that a big deal for your family? How excited are you?
I'm very excited. It's honestly a dream come true. Like I said earlier, like I didn't see myself in this position I am today, and without the people around me and the coaches, my family, my friends, if they didn't support me throughout this whole thing, I wouldn't be sitting in this position today. So it's like when I was younger, I honestly wanted to be a basketball player and go to college for basketball, but eventually I grew the love for the sport, football, and everything just worked out the way it should, I feel like.
Well, gentlemen, it was great having you both on. Ashanti, best of luck to you at Monmouth. Coach Abs, I forgot to mention you guys are league champs, Ashanti had a little something to do with that.
Just a little something. It was a very short but memorable season for us. Saw this team grow. Ashanti was the lone senior on our team of a very large team of about 20, if I'm highballing it right now, dressing on a Saturday afternoon. And he was the lone senior, but what he did, I think, is really going to echo on. And I'm expecting for these underclassmen, these juniors, to step in right where he left off and really hit the ground running.
All right, guys. It was great spending some time with you both. Congratulations to you. Good luck at Monmouth.
Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
All right, before we wrap things up here on Varsity Aces Live, the bigger story today in North Jersey was the signing of Bergen Catholic defensive lineman Tywon Malone. Mr. Malone picked out an Ole Miss hat around 4:15 today on ESPN. That was about 4 hours ago. He's going to go play for former Paramus Catholic coach Chris Partridge and former Paramus Catholic star Marquise Watson. He's going to the SIP, they say, down at Ole Miss, but I told him he's Tiger bait anyway. Sorry. But I had a chance earlier this year to talk with Mr. Malone, one of our famous 100-yard walks. Here it is, me and Tywon Malone. Welcome to the Jack McGovern Field here in Oradell, New Jersey, home of the Bergen Catholic Crusaders and home of New Jersey's #1 recruit, the one and only Tywon Malone from Bergen Catholic. How are you, Tywon?
I'm doing good.
Good. First question we have to ask everybody this time is how's your family? How's everybody been doing? Have you been lucky? Nobody gotten sick?
No one's gotten sick in my family. It's all going good.
Man, it's scary though, isn't it? Man?
Yeah, it is.
How did that change and impact kind of like what you were planning on doing this summer and what you had to do this summer?
Yeah, definitely this summer I had a lot more baseball tournaments, and I had a couple visits set up until the virus hit. So it's been a lot more like Zoom calls, FaceTime calls.
If you don't know, Mr. Malone's quite the baseball player. Did you start playing baseball first?
Yes, sir, I did at a young age.
And what do you enjoy about playing baseball?
Just everything, just the sport in general. It's just a lot of competitive sport.
Right.
You just got to have a lot of mental work, eye coordination, hand-eye go. You got to have great feet work to play. So it's just something I love to do. Of
course, I'm not going to ask you where you're going because you can go anywhere you want. But have you got your mind kind of made up on what kind of school you want to go to? What do you want out of the school?
Pretty much what I want out of school is a school that can let me do both. That's highly important to me, is to make sure our school is allowing me to do both. Other than that, it's just education, a place I can feel comfortable at, that I feel like I could fit in really well.
All right, last thing, what are you going to study?
Business or sports medicine.
Good choice. From Jack McGovern Field here in Oradell, home of the Bergen Catholic Crusaders, I'm Darren Cooper. That's Tywon Malone.
Tiger bait, baby. Tiger bait. All right, that'll wrap things up here on Varsity Aces Live. I want to thank all of our guests here tonight. Andrew Butler, great quarterback from DePaul. He's going to Boston College as a PWO. TJ McCormack and his very happy dad from Lakeland. He's headed to Marist. He doesn't have to change colors from red to red. And at the end, we had some time with Bogota tight end / quarterback / stud athlete Ashanti Caviness and Coach Brian Appleton. My name is Darren Cooper. Thank you so much for joining. Remember, let the coaches coach, the players play, and the officials officiate. Let the Varsity Aces tell you what you need to know. Good night, everybody.